who wins our battle? Your protagonist, which is emotional intelligence, or your antagonist, artificial intelligence?
Could you generate a speech for me about AI taking over the world that lasts 8 minutes? And don't forget the by Jaiveer Rajiv, so that at least they think I wrote it. But jokes aside, I did actually write this speech, so I deserve a little bit of credit. Now, Google Surveys conducted a survey recently, and they asked a question: what are the most frequently browsed questions on Google? And the top 3 results were: 1, what does Riz mean? 2, how to say hello in Spanish? And 3, will AI take over the world? Let's question this. Will AI take over the world? Before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about AI and how it works and how it's impacted all our lives. Now this man, Sam Altman, just by show of hands, does anyone know who he is? Nobody? 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, all right. Brilliant. Sam Altman is the creator of something I'm sure you'll know. How many of you know what ChatGPT is? Raise your hands. Everyone in the room. So that's creator of ChatGPT. Sam Altman is ChatGPT. Now, why do I bring, you're probably asking me, why are you bringing up Sam Altman in your speech? How does he have anything to do with this? This Sam Altman not being recognized for his creation of ChatGPT is one humane value of disregarding the creator and purely focusing on the creation itself. Without Sam Altman, there would be no ChatGPT. And look at ChatGPT now. Everyone uses it. As of last May, ChatGPT had over 100 million active users. I mean, it's incredible. The creation of ChatGPT, the creation of artificial intelligence, has gone so much beyond Sam Altman. It's created a mind of its own. Now, why is ChatGPT on AI so popular? Well, primarily because every single question you ask it, it gives you the answer. And me being a high school student, it's like candy when you're a kid. I mean, everyone wants it. I mean, what assignments which take hours can get done in mere seconds. It's efficient, it's quick. That's why we use it. And ChatGPT in AI is affected the education system, but it's affected so many more sectors. First of all, being medical and banking sectors. They help in proper collection, quick and efficient collection of data. And another thing I really found interesting, predictive analysis. So what this does is it takes past outcomes and predicts the future. So hospitals in London, because of artificial intelligence, look at a patient and go, you've had a cold in May and June for the past 3 years, you're probably going to have it again. And they give you medication for that. And I think that's simply incredible. The fact that we've created a machine that can look into the future, I mean, man, where will the world be in 20 years? Another sector massively affected by AI is marketing. I'm sure you've seen this, but I want to give you a valid explanation as to what this is. So marketing, okay, imagine this for a second. Imagine you're on your bed, you're bored, you've got nothing to do, and like most of us bored people who have nothing to do, we go to YouTube. Now, when we go to YouTube, the first thing that pops up in your homepage is the latest review of Air Jordans. I'm sorry, I thought there would be more people here, I didn't really predict. So Air Jordans, anything really. And you think to yourself as you're watching this video, damn, those are some really nice shoes. So you say, all right, after 10 minutes of convincing, okay, I think I'm going to finally buy it. So while you're going there, you type it in, but you realize it's already in your recommended list. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the work of artificial intelligence. It's not only affected the marketing sector, but the sales sector as well. It's a chain reaction. Now, all right, so let me explain this first. I know this seems a little off the page, but to make this simpler for us, let's view it like a story. All right, so we'll come back to the topic. AI, is it taking over the world? And when I say taking over the world, I don't mean like Mission Impossible style, you know, where like guns are like planes are blowing up midair. I don't mean that. And even if it did come to that, we'll always have Tom Cruise, so I think we'll be safe. To make this simpler, let's look at it from a story perspective. I'm a storyteller, I like to tell stories. So let's make artificial intelligence taking over the world a story. Now, what are the two core elements of a story? Your protagonist, Luke, and your antagonist, Vader. So we've been introduced to our all-powerful antagonist, artificial intelligence. So who is our Luke Skywalker? Who is our protagonist that can beat this antagonist? Well, I believe it's emotional intelligence. Now, you may be questioning, Jaiveer, what is emotional intelligence? Well, to put it very simply, it's the ability to use your emotions to communicate effectively. And emotional intelligence is the only thing that can truly beat AI. And also, EI versus AI sounds very cool if you ask me. But ultimately, it comes down to our emotional intelligence, our core human values, which if you think about it, has not been taught to us. Just these things we develop as we grow. So imagine that the one thing you are not taught may be the life support for you in the future. Now, a part of emotional intelligence is the 3 C's of emotional intelligence. First of all, being connection, creativity, and compassion. Now, let's talk about connection. Basic human connection. Connections form relationships, friendships, and truly makes life worth living. That's connection. And do you think AI will replace pure connection? I'll give you an example. Let's say sales sector, okay? You're selling something. A person is selling something. Now when Jordan Belfort, the greatest salesman in the world, decides, you know what, I want you to buy this paper. You think, okay, I want to buy that paper. Now imagine if that were AI. That were artificial intelligence behind that, playing the role of your seller. Would you still buy that paper? No, because selling takes 2 things, that's connection and conviction, both of which AI lack. Now creativity, I think everyone in this audience can agree that creativity is one of the most important things in your life. It is extremely important to be creative, to be innovative, innovations. For someone to come up with an idea, you look to your subconscious memory, and what subconscious memory is, it stores everything you've ever learned since you were a little toddler to where you are now, and basically molds all those experiences to form an idea. Artificial intelligence works on data. Do you think years of experiences compares to numbers? Are we saying that? No. That's why creativity can never be replaced by artificial intelligence. And lastly, compassion. Now, compassion is the most important of these 3, because compassion doesn't come from here, it comes from here. Compassion comes from the heart. Now I want you to all close your eyes, just for a second, close your eyes, and imagine a future run by AI. You see what I see, right? You see those tall buildings, you see your flying cars, and in one of those tall buildings there's a man. Now this man, because of whatever reason, maybe he lost someone important to his life. Let's say he lost his father, isn't able to do his work for the past 2 weeks. Now he has to go report to his boss, which is our worthy antagonist, artificial intelligence. Now artificial intelligence doesn't care who you lose, right? So you go up there, and this guy is probably going to get sacked. Is it worth it? I mean, how would you feel reporting to a heartless boss? I'm talking about an actual heartless boss. AI doesn't have a heart. How would you feel, right? That's why connection is also important. So, in the end, who wins our battle? Your protagonist, which is emotional intelligence, or your antagonist, artificial intelligence. Just as Luke beat Darth Vader, similarly, emotional intelligence prevails over artificial intelligence every time. You may be asking me, Jaiveer, how do you know this? Look at literature, look at your pages of history. What happens when humanity faces technology? Who wins? Tell me. Come on. Interactive, come on. Exactly. Humanity prevails over technology. One of my favorite examples of this is the Terminator. By the way, I just figured you want to know that. And the power that AI really possesses is just a facade. The true power lies within us. Our emotional intelligence, our human values that will ultimately beat artificial intelligence. Now, last part of my speech, I want you to go back home and I want you to take a look at your own life. And I want you to see, forget the world for a second, let's talk about you. Is AI taking over your life? Is it? Because you may think this is, it's easy, it's efficient. But the more and more you succumb to this power, the more and more you lose that part of you which truly separates you from something like artificial intelligence, your humanity. By Jaiveer Rajiv. Yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for being a great audience. I hope you learned something from this.